So hello Kurt, nice to meet you.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I would like to ask you a few questions while you're here in Poland and you're giving workshops to let know other people who will watch this short clip on Facebook.
Okay.
What is EFT and what it originates from, and maybe a few more questions. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, I will. Yeah. Okay. So, emotion-focused therapy is actually it originated from person-centered therapy. We all know that in the 1940s, Rogers came up with client-centered therapy, later called person-centered therapy, and so emotion-focused therapy is actually a combination of the person-centered relational stance, like empathy, unconditional positive regard, congruence, together with some more active or process-directive interventions or tasks. And it started somewhere around the 1990s, and it has grown ever since. And so what we do in emotion-focused therapy is we have a collaborative relationship with our clients, and we listen very carefully to what they are telling us, of course, but also to what we call markers.
Mm-hmm.
And
we listen and look for these markers.
Yes.
In order to search for the emotions.
Oh yes, yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Emotion-focused therapy is about working with emotions.
And why is it so, I would say, underlined in EFT? Because we all work with emotions in our approach. In every approach there is, in a way, this way or the other, reference to emotions, and EFT says that it's emotion focused. What does that mean?
Well, it means that we're primarily focused on emotions, so this approach is really not like, for instance, cognitive behavioral therapy, where they say that cognitions are like the top of experiencing. We say that actually emotions are the most important, and in emotions there are sometimes cognitive aspects, but it's an emotion that if we can really get in contact with our emotions, we know what we need, and if we know what we need or want, we know what we have to do. So emotions are primary because they help us to survive, and they've always helped us to survive. And that's why mainly we have more negative emotions than positive ones, because the negative emotions tell us what we need and what we need to do. So, yeah, that's actually...
Yeah, so when the need is unmet, so then you have this bad or not pleasant emotions to inform you. So that's why it's more of them than of these pleasant emotions. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and also we make a distinction between productive emotions and non-productive emotions, or what we call maladaptive emotions. So not every emotion gives us good information about what we need to do. So we have to work in therapy to get our clients in touch with their primary adaptive or productive emotions. And a lot of times clients that come to see us, they get stuck in their emotions, and they get stuck because it's not their primary adaptive emotions, it's primary maladaptive emotions.
Okay. So how would you recommend for those people who want to be clients, or perhaps to be therapists that are into EFT or want to become EFT therapists? Why does it pay off? Why is it worth to have some knowledge or skills in EFT or to become an EFT therapist?
Because as you mentioned before, probably all therapies are working to some degree with emotions. But because emotions are really emotions are the most important thing in our life. So in emotion-focused therapy we work directly with these emotions. So probably some clients will already be kind of in touch with their emotions, and this approach will work very nicely for them. But I also would recommend this approach for clients who are not in touch with their emotions, because they need us the most, right? And so I think it's a really wonderful therapy. It works rather quickly. So the most research, it's an evidence-based therapy, and the most research we have in emotion-focused therapy is based on 16 to 20 sessions. And it works really good with depression, with anxieties, with complex trauma, for instance, and it works really, really well with relationship problems. So,
is there a kind of a process, or I would say population of clients that you wouldn't necessarily recommend EFT for?
so contraindications, you mean?
Like something like that. So.
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't think so, because we could say that, for instance, people with antisocial processes or severe substance abuse are kind of very difficult to work with in EFT, but they're also difficult to work with in CBT or in psychoanalysis.
No matter what the approach is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So this can be difficult with these clients, but we would not exclude this population from EFT.
Not really, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So
maybe one last question. Well, because you're an EFT therapist and supervisor, how would you call this experience of being a EFT therapist? If you had to just, let's say a word or one sentence about it.
I think it gives me energy.
So that's something that is...
It's very energetic. I mean, I can be kind of tired, but when I'm working in an emotion-focused therapy kind of way with a client, I get energized, and it's like, it's really, it's very vital and energetic, and it's very touching as well. And so we have like this really collaborative stance with our clients, and so we're not really these experts, but we offer clients tasks that they can work on, and if they don't want to do it, it's okay, but it's like working together with your client, so it's a kind of very democratic kind of therapy.
So it's a kind of vital and energetic experience.
Yes, it's really.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for this conversation.
It's my pleasure.